Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving matchup. It's the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks under the lights on Thursday night.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you... Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On first down, Murray. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Murray.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets in the first.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Murray diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Play action. It's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They go back to Murray on first down. And some room to maneuver. Latavius Murray. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, We always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
They go with Murray again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Latavius Murray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Smith on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And out across midfield down to the 45.
24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well.
Now Gino. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they can use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Smith off the bootleg, rolling to his right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And Walker has it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Now Smith. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused. And here,
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Let's go now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They snap it to Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Washington now brings this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Wilson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Broncos. Eric Sauber as the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
McManus's point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot here before break. Smith dancing to his left.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This one to the former Bronco. It's Noah Kane.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Throwing again is Smith.
Going right back to Fant.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Now it's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos will take over here just shy.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Another run for Murray on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, 217 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They run with Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Porter Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A run, it's Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Latavius Murray taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. From just shy of midfield, Locke. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game. To say to himself, I can't give up either. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Another run for Murray on second down. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Here's Murray. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Murray. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Murray. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Latavius Murray. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Oh, this is blocked, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it. In
trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Oh,
and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken in at the 11. And Denver getting set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one goes for 24 yards. Again, Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And they will take a knee here.
Second and 11.
Looking to throw. Dixon.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Myers. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to do.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone.
And he loses the football a second time. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Myers to throw on second down.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On third down, here's Jones. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with... quarter of play. Now here's Michael Dixon in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Denver.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.